Hello and welcome to Crypto Weeklies. In this video, we cover Bitcoin Cash and its crypto ticker BCH. None of the content is financial advice. The big question over here is whether Bitcoin Cash is overheated or undervalued. By the end of this video, using these charts and technical analysis, we'll help and deconstruct if the models are projecting a favorable seasonality for BCH. Right now, the price of Bitcoin Cash is at around, roughly speaking, $600. The good thing for this technical levels is this descending lower high channel has been broken to the upside. That points to a favorable seasonality in terms of breakout to the 0.382 fib level at around $673 if there were a major rally to the upside. The zero point 0.5 fib level for Bitcoin Cash is all the way at around $850. Again, these Fibonacci levels are not drawn from the previous all-time high, but the previous market cycle high. Bitcoin Cash had its all-time high back in 2017. In the 2021 bull market, the 0.382 from that Fibonacci level eventually became the all-time high. This time around, again, the price has gone higher than 0.382 back in late March, early April 2024. Nonetheless, the previous market cycle high was at around $1,600. That's the fib level drawn from that previous market cycle high at around $1,600 to the market cycle lows at around $85 to $95. Since then, again, price action has witnessed the 0.382 one time in March, April, and now potentially again back in late September 2025. If we look at the regression based model, the polynomial regression based fair value for BCH is currently at around $1,000. That means per this model, the risk levels are fairly low. If you were to analyze or interpret this model and have a risk levels where, let's say, below 0.2 risk accumulation makes some sort of sense. This model again points to some of the lower heated levels, and again, if you lower it back to less than 0.1 risk, that is less than 10% risk, this model is flashing that signal right now at price action at around $600, roughly speaking. Starting April 2025, again, that was another low established on the regression based valuation. If you were to look at some of the intermediate risk levels where the price could go from the historical price action analysis between 0.3 and 0.5, that is the non-euphoria target for BCH per the regression model. The 0.3 is at around $1,000, roughly speaking 1,050. The 0.5 is at all the way to about 1,500. Between 1,000 and 1,500 is projected using this regression based projection. Using machine learning models, the price in a non-euphoria bull run in the next 3 to 4 months is projected between the current price, again, with the one standard deviation ceiling at around $700 to towards the $1,200. That's the non-euphoria one standard deviation bull run peak. That's the conservative case for BCH. In terms of what could happen in a euphoria case, the 2 standard deviation ceiling in the next 3 to 4 months between $800 and towards $2,600 if the bull market were to continue towards the end of December 2025. On the other hand, if we look at Bitcoin Cash in terms of the time weighted average price, the price is slightly higher than the time weighted average price. Currently, the blue line, which is coming in at around $26 is the line in sand for any major accumulation per the time weighted average price model. All in all, the estimated bull run peak for Bitcoin Cash, as it relates to the 3 risk based model, if they were to all flash to the highest permissible risk level together, the max permissible bull run peak projected in that environment for Bitcoin Cash is at around $2,000, roughly speaking. If we were to look at some of those key levels in terms of where the price could go and its confluence with the with the 20-week, with the Fibonacci levels. The 0.786 is at the area where the most confluence is achieved at around 1295. That's the that's where the regression based fair value and the 0.3 to 0.5 risk, midpoint of the 0.3 to 0.5 risk model is evident at that level, as mentioned earlier. Between 0.3 and 0.5, the midpoint is at around 1260. And also the secondary area to look for the interpretation of these models is again at coming in at around $1,200 to $1,300. That's the non-euphoria bull run peak estimated for Bitcoin Cash. With that, I'd like to conclude the video. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please give a like and subscribe, and hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.